Hey, Baba, folks. We have a real treat in store today. Ron Greenstein, longtime Baba lover, is going to give us a concert. He's written many songs. He has several CDs out, um, and which I'll enumerate. But at the end of I'm not. In fact, you could maybe tell us what the names are, Ron, of your CDs. Uh, you want to just do it now? Say the names, what's available
Well, the other
later?
day I asked, yesterday I thought to give some CDs to somebody. I said, "Do you have somebody that can play CDs?" And she said, "No." So I didn't even bother to, you know. A lot of people don't have CDs, but you can find on the internet if you want to listen to me, the recordings that I made, mainly in the studio. You can go to SoundCloud and hear three of the albums on SoundCloud. Just put in SoundCloud Ron Greenstein and you can listen to those three albums. The other album didn't get on there, but you can hear some of those songs on YouTube along with some live recordings. I've shared these on Facebook and with people at various times, so that's available.
Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah,
Then you're right. You're right. CDs are, yeah, antiquated.
too bad. But
Ron is now, he's a member of the Mariposa community, Marana, up in Northern California. Was a longtime San Francisco Bay Area uh, Baba lover. And originally, I think came to Baba in Florida. Um, I'll let him tell. Ron, at some point, I'm hoping you'll find a time to tell the little story. I'll never forget it. The Vietmani. I think I asked you to tell that story about you will. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Ron, and you all are in for a real treat. All right.
okay, well, I appreciate your being here. So I thought to look through all the various songs that I sing, and they kind of fall into various categories, like songs that I wrote from originally with the original lyrics and original tunes. There's some of those, and then there's the ones that I cover that come from other sources who I like to think of as having adopted. They're my adopted songs or children, as I sometimes think of them. And I'm going to do some of those, some by Baba lovers and songs that you've heard before. And then I'll finish up with the songs that have really kind of consumed me quite a bit for the last 20 plus years, which are collaborations with quotations of sayings and messages and things that Baba is attributed to have said at different times or had written, and almost all are published, which was sort of the source of the lyrics to the songs. And so that's what I'll finish up with, some of those. I'm going to start with a song. Actually, I was at a songwriting concert, not a concert, a workshop or seminar, and the composer of the song, this song that I'm going to sing, which I've been singing for many years now, was there and telling about her experience of having written this song and having trying to get it published. And she had gone to all these publishers with this song, and they all said this song has no chorus, no hook, and the title of the song only comes at the very end of the song, so it doesn't seem like it has any potential for any commercial value or prospects of being successful as a commercial song. So until somebody decided they were going to make it the theme song of a movie, uh, and uh, and then it really took off, and it's a beautiful song. I love singing it. See if you recognize it. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. But I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's a heart afraid of breaking, that never learns to dance, and a dream afraid of waking, that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying, that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely, and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies a sea that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose. How's that sound?
Wonderful. Yeah.
That's okay.
Ron, I wonder if I could ask you if if you could move your screen so that you're how can I explain it? Well, you can see yourself. You're fine now. Sometimes you're a little low, I guess is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I looked down at my guitar and then you can only see the top of my head. Joe pointed that out. I gotta remember trying not to do that.
All right.
I'll move back a little bit and see if that can help.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. And
That
now
was great. That was wonderful. Yeah. Sounded fine to me.
Outstanding is the word.
by the way, some of these songs, I like to do sing-along songs, but I know on Zoom that's not really the thing that will work. So, but you could do duet songs. So if you mute, then you can sing along with me. You know, just give it. So that some of these songs you might know, and you know the words to it, and all, and you want to sing along, or you might pick it up and want to do that. So I encourage you to do that. So here's a cover of an old time Baba lover who I met and inspired me to really, one of the people that inspired me to do this singing and write Baba songs and stuff. So see if you might recognize this song. Wait a minute. I've been taking you for granted. Seems that's always true. Just not enough when I am disenchanted for me to call on you. It seems as if my promise to you somehow lost its way. Sliding back can sure be easy without your love to guide my way. For you are the one that pierces my darkness and shows me the way to go on. When day is done and my heart needs some kindness, they are always there to lean on. It's you who keeps the fire burning in my frozen soul. You brought me past my every yearning, drag me toward the goal. It seems as if my promise to you somehow lost its way. Sliding back can sure be easy without your love to guide my way. For you are the one that pierces my darkness. It shows me the way to go on. When day is done and my heart needs some kindness, you're always there to lean on. Thank you, Jim Meyer. I like that song. One of the first ones I learned. Okay. Now, there's another brother there who used to write a lot of songs, who, one of my favorite people. And this is the sing-along. This is definitely a sing-along song. And I just happened to be on the center back in the 70s. I don't remember exactly when. But Bob Brown had just returned from his pilgrimage in India and had been inspired by a prayer that he heard Mara offer up. And he wrote a song about it, or using that prayer as the chorus. So I sing this whenever I'm sure Betty has heard me sing this in the Baba's Cabin at Majorana. Every time I think, whenever I sing in there, I sing this song because it's just got a lot of good energy to it, and so again, sing along if you like. You are born to every man. Every man will feel your love. Every man will feel your love. Your love, your love, your love. That's the chorus, so try it with me. You were born to every man. Every man will feel your love. Every man will feel your love. Your love, your love, your love. Every age you come to us to instill your love in us, so that we may be true to the trust you repose in us. Love divine, so pure, always will endure the passage of time until you come again. And once more you are born. Every man will feel your love. Every man will feel your love. Your love, your love, your love. It's just the same. Here you come back to play your game, winning hearts to you, the divine beloved, worthy of love, 'cause you are love. Divine love, all the stars above could never shine as bright as your smile. Yet once in a while you were born. Every man will feel your love. Every man will feel your love. Your love, your love, your love. You were born to every man. Every man will feel your love. Every man will feel your love. Your love, your love, your love. Your love, your love, your love.
Bravo, bravo.
Okay, let's see. All right, now I'm going to do a song that is a. I'm not sure how popular it was, or that you may have heard it, but it was written. The lyrics, anyhow, were written by a fellow named Paul Williams. I'm not sure if you remember Paul Williams, but he was like a 5'2". He had like super blonde hair, you know, and he wrote some songs for the Carpenters, and with the Carpenter, the fellow that helped write a lot of their songs. Anyhow, Paul Williams wrote these words to this, and I really hear this one as Baba singing to us, and engaging us with these words. So see what you think. Some sleepless night, if you should find yourself alone, yeah, let me be the one you run to Let me be the one you come to when you need someone to turn to. Let me be the one to set things right when this whole world has turned upside down. Yeah, let me be the one you run to. Let me be the one you come to when you need someone to turn to. Let me be the one for love and understanding, to find a quiet place for silent understanding, loving touch. Come to me when things go wrong and there's no love to light the way. Oh, let me be the one you run to. Let me be the one you come to when you need someone to turn to. Let me be the one. Come to when you need someone to turn to. Let me be the one.
Wow, that's a new one.
That
Great.
I really particularly like the tiny little verses that he's got there are kind of unusual, you know. It's like 2 lines, that's the whole verse, right? And but the second one, to set things right when this whole world is turned upside down. And Bob had definitely used that idea that he was going to set things right side up. When they asked him, Bob, are you going to turn the world upside down? He said, it's already upside down. And it's more upside down now than I've ever known it to be, but he's at work. He's getting it done. So here's another one of my favorite songs and favorite songwriters. So I'll do this song by Jamie Newell. I saw my Savior waiting patiently in the silent darkness. He called out to me as I saw him there. A tear ran from my eye, and I hid my face so he would not see me cry. So he would not see me cry. So he would not see me cry. But he came close and dried my tears with his robe, and I buried my face deep within its folds. He told me not to worry, for my fate had always been an entwined with his, and I would always be with him. I'd always be with him, always be with him. I dreamed he took me high atop a golden hill and said this world only exists because it is my will. So do not try to change that which was meant to be. You are mine now, and your surrender is your gift to me. It is your gift to me. Ah, your gift to me. I dreamed I saw my Savior come for all mankind. And when I awoke, I was surprised to find that somehow in that night so dark and lonely, you had come in your compassion to make my dream come true. To make my dream come true. To make my dream come true.
Nice, Ron. Mm.
I think I'll switch guitars. I've been playing this guitar lately, the one I bought for $10 at a garage sale. So this will sound a little different. This is the one I bought 50 years ago or something. Let's see here. I think I'm going to play it with the capo on. Do a Scott McCaig song that I have loved singing for quite a while. I think ever since I first heard it. Let's see how this goes. It's a long time we've been together now, and a long climb we've yet to go together. But I know it won't have taken any time at all when we take life. Take life, when we take life and give it all of love. When loving is our day and our night. When loving is our day and our night. That was the chorus, so the next time it comes around you can sing it with me. Many years ago, we stood on the edge of time while we watched the past slowly die between us. Oh, but don't cry, for love can lead us anywhere at all. When we take life, we take life, when we take life and give it all of love. When loving is our day are very farther now, and the ocean is our very soul, our being and our goal cannot be taken anyway at all. When we take life, when we take life, when we take life and give it all the love. When loving is our day and our night. One more time for the chorus. When we take life, when we take life, when we take life and give it all our love. When loving is our day and our night. When loving is our day and our night. So one of the albums that I did, in fact, the first album that I produced were songs that I had taken poetry from Josephine Esther Ross's book called Songs of a Modern Disciple. And somehow I was coming up with these tunes, and then I would look in the book and see if anything related to the tune, and I think it happened a few times. So I was enjoying singing those, and eventually when I decided I'd like to record something, I chose that. And in fact, we were talking earlier, before we started recording this, about Janet Luck, and she sang this one of those songs called The Golden Chord, which is on the Songs of a Modern Disciple. I'm not going to sing that one because, I don't know, I just haven't put that in the repertoire lately. So, but the one I typically sing is called Wisdom. So I'm going to give that one a try. See the oak leaves, bronze and dry, outlined against a clear blue sky. To see the sun light up a pine is to behold an art divine. Why is it we are not enchanted? How can we take such things for granted? To build a home upon the earth, to know the miracle of birth. Oh, to feel the pulse of spring returning. Oh, watch an autumn bonfire burning. Oh, why do we seek elsewhere our heaven when all these gifts are freely given? book of God is all around us. The beauties of his world surround us. To him who has the eyes to read, all truth is found within a seed, and in the form of bird or flower there stands revealed the eternal power to build a home upon the earth, to know the miracle of birth, oh, to feel the pulse of spring returning, or watch an autumn bonfire burning, oh, and do we see elsewhere a heaven when all these gifts are freely given? Blew the ending on that one, folks, but you got the bulk of it. So back in the 80s, listening to the radio, driving back and forth to San Francisco where I worked, I got a lot of radio time in. And in the 80s, there was a transition from music on various stations to talking. And so there used to be these talk shows started to come about, and I didn't know what else to listen to. The music was kind of disappearing, and so I started listening to what these people were saying because I was kind of interested in that. But what I noticed was that it got rather heated sometimes. People would be arguing with each other over this political thing or that political thing, and different ideas and concepts. And so I think that was in part something that inspired me to write the song I'm going to sing now, but also well, an anecdote, but I don't have time to tell the anecdote. I'd love to tell the anecdote, but I don't want to take away from the songs. But various experiences that I've had with this concept that the song offers up were inspiring to me, and still are, because it's quite a concept. Here's how it goes. Make an enemy a friend, with open heart and open mind. Wait a second. Okay, hold on a second. I lost my concentration. Concentration is very important. I'm going to try it. Whoa, make an enemy a friend, with open heart and open mind. Don't try to make him break or bend. It would be smarter to be kind. Win him over without war, and only fight to understand that being right will never score. take the challenge Jesus gives. Bring some warmth where it's cold, and take it to the heart where each soul lives. Make lead into gold. Make it be a friend, though he may criticize each move. He's ready for you to defend, so merely try to improve. Go and wait him out while he unwinds, and when his rope is at the end, hate and envy fades, and what he finds, his enemy and he are friends. So take the challenge Mayhem Papa gives. Bring some warmth where it's cold, yeah, take it to my heart where each soul lives. Make lead into gold. Win him over without war, and only fight to understand that being right will never score, or make an enemy a friend. Make an enemy a friend. Make an enemy a friend.
Bravo, that's great, Ron. We have time for anecdotes, Ron. We have more than an hour left. If you got the energy, if you got the stories, we got the time.
Oh yeah, I see. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a whole thing with just stories sometime rather than maybe
Okay.
just throw in a song or two. But you know that I love telling stories, you know. But
Yes.
I sort of want to do this thing that I was practicing. So I'm gonna stick pretty much to this repertoire that I've laid out here, and here's one. Just this was one of the last songs I actually wrote and put lyrics to. It goes. I haven't really been doing that. I've been working with Baba's messages and things like that, but not even that I haven't been doing too much lately. But I've been singing the songs that I already have. But this one I wrote the lyrics to, and it was sort of inspired by some notes I took at a talk that somebody gave. And I noticed that the message was one that I really liked, and I made it the chorus of the song, and then wrote a few verses to go along with it. And it's a sing-along song. I sang it at the reading room in the center one time, and people really enjoyed singing along with it because it's very simple and it's kind of funny and fun. See what you think, and try singing along with it. You see what happens. If I continue to think as I have been thinking, I will continue to act as I have been acting. And if I continue to act as I have been acting, I will continue to get the same results. Oh, but if I change these patterns of how I've been thinking and become aware of values that have been conflicting, I could pull myself out of this bog in which I've been sinking and enjoy the freedom to answer the call of my Lord. But if I continue to think as I have been thinking, I will continue to act as I have been acting. And if I continue to act as I have been acting, I will continue to get the same results. Hey, now I can see life is happening in me, not to me. Oh, and the light of this truth dispels the dark and the gloomy. Oh, the world so oppressive and imposing now passes right through me. But all along it was merely a phantom at play with my Lord. Yeah, now life is becoming less about having and doing and more about being, with all of life's problem pots stewing, cooking up humble pie and lessons on which to be chewing, to nourish and help me grow closer to my Lord. But if I continue to think as I have been thinking, I will continue to act as I have been acting. And if I continue to act as I have been acting, I will continue to get the same results. Now practice is really the key. It is essential. For principles alone, hey, they only hold potential. And right attitude turns that key, and eventually a new habit forms to take the place of the old. But if I continue to think as I have been thinking, I will continue to act as I have been acting. And if I continue to act as I have been acting, I will continue to get the same, continue to get the same, continue to get the same
Ah, oh.
Now I'm gonna play. This is one of my favorites, and this one I found some lyrics, or what became lyrics to the song, in the book "The Silent Word" by Francis Brabazon, who wrote a biography of Baba in the early days. These are the. This might have been actually when Baba was still speaking, although probably not. He probably had just become silent when this was done. But nevertheless, of course, he was communicating. And in this case, he was communicating with some of the boys in the school and ashram and some of his mandali. It was just a small group of people. And Baba had a message for them. Very succinct message. But I was quite taken with the message, and I thought, oh my God, this is definitely a song. And I was writing a lot of songs, or at least it seemed like I was writing a lot of songs in those days. This is in the late 70s. So I was looking for something to inspire me, and I found this, and I thought, well, yeah, but now I got to come up with some verses. So I came up with a couple of verses, and it ended up like this. Find the goal, steady our wavering aims. You guide us to the treasured soul, endure our silly games. When will we hear your whispering voice, longing to reveal the way? Have the courage make the choice to follow you, inspired when you say, he who has a lion's heart will get the lion's share. Your love's the price, but there is no price, the treasure beyond compare. But it's open now for you to lose, for you to take if you dare. And he who has the lion's heart will get the lion's share. Gather us, a motley crew, by stealing first each heart. We fight, we curse, we drink your brew, as pirates play the part. We'll set the sail, and if hearts pale in the face of a stormy sea, encourage us and will not fail. Follow you, the lions of love are we, and he who has a lion's heart will get the lion's share. Your love's the price, hey, but there is no price, the treasure beyond compare. Open now for you to lose, you to take if you dare. He who has a lion's heart will get a lion's share. So, a song that is really about Baba's message to us. Eventually, Baba introduced an idea to me. This was right around the time of it was the 9/11 took place, the 9/11 incident, and I was reading Lord Mayher and came across something that, again, in this case, looked like it could have song potential. So I wrote it down, and then I kept reading a little bit more, and I found something else that looked like it had song potential. So I wrote them both down. I thought, well, I'm going to see what I can come up with for this. So a day or two later, I picked up my guitar. Not sure exactly what I was going to do, but Baba seemed to really come to me inwardly to say, look, put your guitar down and see if you have, see if a melody will come out that will enhance this message, this little message, and see if you like it, and then you can sing that. I basically thought, well, Baba, this is only like one sentence, or I think, or maybe it was two sentences, or whatever it was. Wasn't very long. Yeah, we'll just sing it over and over again. But anyhow, I did that, and I was quite pleased with it, and it was something that I could sing when I was out and about in my daily life. I could sing that to myself, and it was basically like Baba's giving me that little message. And after that, I did the other one that I had written down, came up with something for that, and then I did that about 80 or 90 more times over the next, I don't know, 15, 16 years or something like that. And it was very thrilling for me. I was on fire, especially at the beginning. I was really on fire. It was all happening, and I didn't know exactly how it was happening, but it was happening. So I went with it, and I want to share some of those songs now. So, in fact, I think I'll start with this song, which is a message from the highest of the high, which is a good source of these songs. I think I have 3 or 4 songs that I won't be doing all of these, but here's one that I like to sing. I like to sing these songs a cappella, and because I don't have to be carting my guitar around, and wherever I am, I can sing to myself this song, which is Baba's message. And if I do that enough, what I found was that Baba was kind of sneaky. If I sing this message to myself and love what it's saying, it's incumbent of me to live in accord with it. And that really is the key. As I said in the previous, one of the previous songs, it really is, practicing it is the key. And so this is really kind of my own integrity, if it stays intact, will inspire me to live in accord with these things. So anyhow, and understand them and think about them, and let that create my sense of values and things. So this one is from, like I say, the highest of the high message, and I'm calling it Awake Now. I cannot expect you to understand all at once what I want you to know. It is for me to awaken you from time to time throughout the ages, sowing the seed in your limited minds, which must in due course and with proper heed and care on your part germinate, flourish, and bear the fruit of that true knowledge which is inherently yours to gain. If on the other hand, led by your ignorance, you persist in going your own way, none can stop you in your choice of progress. For that too is progress, which, however slow and painful, finally, and after countless incarnations, is bound to make you realize that which I want you to know. Now, to save yourself from further entanglements in the maze of delusions and self-created suffering, which owes its magnitude to the extent of your ignorance of the true goal. Awake now. Awake now. Awake now. Jay Baba, may we all awake now.
Boy, that's unique.
Now. So, let's see. What I wanted to. Okay, now here's a good sing-along song. So, put yourselves on mute and have at it. Let's see. I think I'll use this guitar here. Yeah, this is Baba's message. Not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. Not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. Mind wavers, heart does not falter. Mind fears, heart is not daunted. Do not listen to the voice of the mind. Hey, listen to the voice of the heart. To the voice of the mind, listen to the voice of the heart. Mind is the house of doubts, reasonings, and theories. Heart, when purified, becomes the dwelling of beloved God. Dwelling of beloved God. To the voice of the mind, listen to the voice of the heart. Do not listen to the voice of the mind, listen to the voice of the heart. So get your heart rid of low desires, temptations, and selfishness, and God will manifest in you as your own self, as your own self. Not listen to the voice of the mind, listen to the voice of the heart. Not listen to the voice of the mind, listen to the voice of the Maybe I'll switch guitars for this one, see what happens. It is said that the Lord loves variety, so why not? Okay. Let's see if I can. Well, here's an idea. This song is interesting. I mean, it really is. This message from Baba. But I have this idea that when someone first comes to Baba, they come and Baba allows one to think that they can make Baba their companion. In other words, they can remember him, and Baba loves to be remembered and thought about. That's first and foremost, I think. But eventually, he will say, now you're going to become my companion, which is a little bit of a difference there. But, so in this particular case, Baba's putting it in the sense of recommending to us that we remember him and make him our companion. Make me your constant companion. Think of me more than you think of your own self. Make me your constant companion. Think of me more than you think of your own self. The more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you. The more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you. Your duty is to keep me constantly with you throughout your thoughts, speech, and actions. Your duty is to keep me constantly with you throughout your thoughts, speech, and actions. They do their duty, who sincere in their faith and love, surrender to me, guided by the implicit belief in my divinity as Baba. Make me your constant companion. Think of me more than you think of your own self. Make me your constant companion. Think of me more than you think of your own self. The more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you. The more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you. Your duty is to keep me constantly with you throughout your thoughts, speech, and actions. Your duty is to keep me constantly with you throughout your thoughts, speech, and actions. They too do their duty, who they too do their duty, who speak ill of me and condemn me. Through their writings, urged by their genuine conviction that Baba is a fraud. Make me your constant companion. Think of me more than you think of your own self. your own self, the more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you. Hey, the more you think of me, the more you realize my love for you.
I love these original ones, Ron. You're a wonderful writer.
I'm glad. So, let's see. Okay, here's a couple from a message that Baba gave during the East-West gather, the East-West gathering. And you know, you probably have read "My Dear Children," that message. So both of these appear in that message. They're just little excerpts from that message. Let's see here. What's that? You have come from great distances, not for some convention or conference, but to enjoy my company and feel afresh my love in your hearts. It is a coming together of children of East and West in the house of their father. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La 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 la. All religions of the world proclaim that there is but one God, the Father of all in creation. I am that Father. That particular one appears on the second volume of Baba quotes that I recorded, and has a wonderful backup with Greg and Gay Dunn. Gay's contribution to that song is really wonderful. All the songs on that album, which is called "Conquer Yourself." So I encourage you to listen to that. That's on YouTube, by the way. I often post it on Facebook for Baba lovers on Father's Day or near Father's Day. Now here's a song that I think should be able to be a sing-along song. So you can try it out. This is also from My Dear Children. A little late in the game, but I'm going to check my tuning.
Oh, I wonder if I could ask you if you could try moving your, let's see, your screen down just a bit so that we see more of the, yeah, better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, very
That's
good.
better.
Yeah.
You don't need to see my messed up here either. So, okay, so. Although all are my children, they ignore the simplicity, beauty of this truth. I indulging in hatreds, conflicts and wars that divide them in enmity. Instead of living as one family, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family. Even amongst you who love me and accept me for what I am, there is sometimes a lack of understanding of one another's hearts. Yeah, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house. Patiently, I've suffered these things in silence for all my children. It is time that they become aware of the presence of their Father in their midst and of their responsibility towards Him and themselves. We're one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house. One family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family in their Father's house, one family. One family. Betty, do I have time for like 2 more of these little quote jobs?
Yes, we have half an hour until the next program. So
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see. Let me try. This is a fun song. This is a song that Bobby Bernstein could knock out with me because this is the kind of a tune that she is particularly good at. On the recording that I made, David Bianchi did a bang-up job on it too. But I'd love to sing it with Bobby sometime. Next time I get to the center. So this one is a quote of Baba's. The more you try to understand God, you understand Him less and less. How can He, who is beyond all explaining, be expressed express his being infinitely easy has rendered attaining him infinitely hard. The secret is that you have to become what you already are. Now the more you try to understand God, you understand him less and less. How can he who is beyond all explaining be expressed? His being infinitely easy is rendered attaining him infinitely hard. The secret is that you have to become what you already are. The secret is that you have to become what you already are. What you already are.
Woo! That's great.
Baba's got a good sense of humor. Coming up with something interesting like that. All right, here's one. It has this message is universal. I mean, they're all universal, but I like to sing this one to groups that are not necessarily Baba groups, because it's got that universal type of message to it, and powerful. Let's see here. Do I want to do this guitar? No, I think I'm going to play it on the other guitar. It has sing-along potential as well. It's got a chorus. So see what you think about joining it. Do not try to conquer others. Do not try to conquer others. Conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Yeah, conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. The simplest way to do this is to love God. Oh, the simplest way to do this is to love God. And do not try to conquer others. Do not try to conquer others. Conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Yeah, conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Begin to love God by loving your fellow beings. Or begin to see God by seeing Him in all beings and things. And do not try to conquer others. Do not try to conquer others. Conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Yeah, conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Give without thought of return. Serve without thought of reward. Oh, give without thought of return, serve without thought of reward, and do not try to conquer others, not try to conquer others, conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Yeah, conquer yourself, and you will have conquer yourself, and you will have conquer yourself, and you will have conquered the world. Yeah, conquer the world, conquer the world. Well,
Are you taking requests, Ron, at any point? I got one.
what? Who has one?
That was
You got
pretty
one,
good.
What? What
Not,
are
I
you
don't know if
requesting? You want that story?
oh, that, no, a song.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
About what?
I Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that one.
Theme.
Well, I haven't been practicing that one very much.
I
I have to
thought
get
that
out.
might
I haven't
be-
been looking at any lyrics. All these songs I got in my mind, but that one, I'll do that one next time.
All right.
I'll work that one up, and
I'll hold you to it.
I will. I'll have that one for you.
Yeah, I get that.
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just not prepared. I'm not that good at just kind of off the cuff and remembering things, you know.
Absolutely.
This is about as far as I can remember right now after I practice these things during the week. So, but I don't know. I appreciate everyone coming. Let's see if there's just one other thing. Let me just, my hands are starting to lose it. I'm not getting those chords very clear and clean. So let me just sing this one last song of Baba's, that a cappella, and let that be the final song that I'll offer up. And if anybody has any questions about anything that you might want to hear from me about, then we can just open it up and have a Zoom meeting for a few minutes. So this one is called Approach Me. And it's mainly from the highest of the high. Some of it is from the highest of the high, but there's also something in there that wasn't really from the highest of the high, and I haven't found it yet, but it sounds like Baba. So this was one of these quotes attributed to Baba that was in a book where the editor took some liberties of putting things together and, you know, like extracting this and then putting this together and maybe changing certain order of words or whatever. But anyhow, I saw this and liked it, and I love, of course, the message from the highest of the high. It's just so powerful and informative, where Baba wants us to understand who he really is and what his role in our lives needs to be. As if we take him for something that he isn't, we're going to be going down a path that we'll have to backtrack and come back and really get on board with what he says he's here to do. So this one's called Approach Me. Approach me with unfailing faith, love and devotion, and with a longing to receive my divine love and grace. I would like you to bear in mind that you do not approach me with the thought of any worldly gain. Come to receive my love. Remember that whosoever forms friendship with me loses everything, even the self. And then I give God realization. Approach me with unfailing faith, love and devotion, and with a longing to receive my divine love and grace. I declare to all of you who approach me, and to those of you who desire to approach me, that you must never come with the desire in your heart that craves for wealth and worldly gain, but only with the fervent longing to give me your all, body, mind, and possessions, with all their attachments. Approach me with unfailing faith, love and devotion, and with a longing to receive my divine love and grace. Jai Baba, thanks for coming and listening. Appreciate it.
Wow. Ron, you gonna tell us that story, the Monty story?
I'm kind of shy about doing it, but because you're so insistent, I am going to share. I'll share that. So back in '73, what is that? 49 years ago or something like that. Yeah. Anyhow, I was in India on a pilgrimage, and it just happened to be that more people than had ever come for pilgrimage were there during those months. Like, this was between mid-October to mid-December that I was there. And I can't remember when exactly it was, but it was during that time. My first wife and I were there, and we were at Mariposa. And it was the tradition, I guess, it was starting up a tradition of greeting the Mandali who were there to greet us, and embracing them and saying Jai Baba and one another. But mainly it was those Mandali. They were like, wow, who are these people? They're so wonderful. And I must say, one of the ones that really attracted me was Mani. And I remember embracing Mani when I first arrived for that day. It was a long day too. Nowadays, you don't go there for a whole day. We were there for like a whole day. You know, we were eating lunch there and then leaving at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. And so it came to be the time when everyone was leaving. And the Mandali were there, some of them, in front of Mandali Hall, which is where all the vehicles would be coming. There were the bicycle people who got there by bicycle, the rickshaws. There was no bus. I don't know. I guess it was mainly rickshaws and bicycles. There's tons of rickshaws all over the place. It was like a big traffic jam. But I wanted to embrace the Mandali before I left. I loved embracing Baba lovers, and particularly the Mandali. So I wanted to do that. So I saw Mani. I walked up to Mani, but Mani must have had like 6 people standing around her in a tight circle. I thought, well, this is not going to be. I can't just like bust in there and say, "Hey, everybody, get out of the way. I want to embrace Monty." No, that wasn't going to happen. So I went and embraced somebody else. I don't know who it was. Somebody, some of the other Mondali were there, and but then I made my way back to Monty because I definitely wanted to embrace Monty, even though I had already embraced her when I first arrived. But I got there, and there were still several people probably waiting to do the same thing that I did, but not quite as impatient as I am. Or maybe I was. I don't know. I'm probably still impatient. But so I thought to myself, oh, I don't want to hold up everything, and I don't want to. My wife was in the rickshaw already, ready to go, and the rickshaw guy was waiting. I thought, oh well, I embraced Monty, and I'll have another chance. I'm going to be here for a little while longer. So I started heading back to the rickshaw. I got in the rickshaw, but the rickshaw wasn't able to move because of all the other rickshaws that were crowded around it and all that. So we were just sitting there. And then my hearing was a lot better in those days. I heard this voice say, "Where's Ronnie?" And well, I'm Ronnie. I was Ronnie in those days. And so I thought, where's Ronnie? Well, you see, I perked up and tried to figure out who it was, and it was Monty. And she was looking to track me down. Apparently, she had noticed. I mean, I can only think that who knows, what type of abilities these people had and awareness that they had, and their hearts open in their obedience to Baba and influence from Baba. But she wanted to find me, and she said, "Come here, you didn't embrace me." So we embraced, and that was very touching to me. I was moved so much, and still am, to think that I had an opportunity to know a person that was so loving and lovable and connected to Baba in such a profound way. I always
On
thought,
my memory,
what?
I remember you saying that she said, "You're special." She told you that.
Oh yeah, that's right. She said,
Yeah.
Where are you going? And I said, oh well, no, but you're special. That was, who knows, wild. Anyhow, anybody else want to say something this morning? Is it still morning? Oh, not here. It's morning here, but not on the East Coast.
Ron, talking about your first wife, Bobby, right?
Right?
It was Bobby. Kitty used to get us mixed up because
Right.
Bobby Greenstein, and there was Ron Greenstein and Bobby Greenstein. So I remember one time she just called me Greenstein. She just it was all kind of mixed, and we were both musicians and everything. It was
It happens to me too. Yeah. Yeah.
It was so
People
funny.
think when I say my first wife, oh, Bobby Bernstein. No, yeah. Well, let's.
It would be great if when you come to the center, please let's do some music together.
Oh,
I just love your music so much. It was just a wonderful morning to hear you.
Yes, and
Great song.
I've had a couple of times when we've gotten together and played, and of course, I love what you do with your instrument and your vocals, and I think it's a good match.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple of them, that not as many as you, but some of the Baba quotes that I've put to music. And so
I encourage people to do that. It's quite
Yeah.
something.
So powerful and so direct.
Marta's got something to say. Marta?
I do. Hi, Ron. It's Marta.
Hey,
Thank
Marta.
you. Hi, thank you. I want to say two
Hi,
things.
how are you? And thank you for the concert. I'm hiding. Oh, wait.
Oopsie, Marcia, I think it was, let's do Marta first and then you, Marcia, okay? Sorry, go ahead, Marta.
I wanted to say two things, Ron. First to Betty, thank you for bugging him to tell the Monty story.
Oh,
And I want to say to Ron, Ron, you think that's your story, but that's our story now, because the love and the example from that story, I actually have tears in my eyes. I'm so touched. So you may think that you don't want to share it, but please continue to share that story, because the new ones have no idea of the Mondelez. And that story is so indicative of their love and your specialness too. Thanks, Ron.
You're right, Marta. All these stories, encouraging people to write songs of Baba's lyrics, but tell stories. Tell your stories. Tell somebody else's stories. Tell these stories that
Beautiful
do
story.
draw us closer and help us in our approach to Baba. Wow, they're exceptional and special. So give it a try. Practice it.
all right, Marcia, now you got a turn. Marcia,
I just want to say hi, and it was a nice concert, and yeah, it's good if people come out and tell their stories, because I was very shy and now I'm got a big mouth. So yeah, it's hard to come out of your box, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Anyway,
Once you do it, you get the inspiration from Baba.
I just get inspiration from loving Baba because he's our one-on-one contact, and the rest of us were kind of all in the same boat together, as Jeff Wolverton would say. We're on the same ship going to the same place. So yeah, I've been writing a lot and doing art and getting ready to go to Myrtle Beach, so I'm in transit. So anyway, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
we think we tell the same story again and again. I'm realizing that how could we, that time has passed. It is our story. And I think it's almost iconic. I think of you, that story, and you all the time, Ron. You are special. And I think, oh my gosh, people don't want to hear my story again and again, but it's what you got. It's what you got. So, and it tell it again. It's good. Marcia, you got something more?
Yeah, I was just sitting here looking at the picture of Monty, and Monty was one of the first Mondelez that I met. I missed Mira, and I met Erich and everybody, but I remember her, just pulling me and Annie Lovett out of the Darshan line on Silence Day, and we had flowers and we garlanded all the places that we went that were, for Baba, and it was amazing. And then I did my first Dooney fire. This was in July 1994. And as I was walking around the Dooney fire, worrying about putting worry in the fire, Mohammed reached out in his wheelchair and grabbed me, and I didn't know who he was. I was like, wow. But I just a memory, anyway, thanks.
Ron, this was awesome. It was wonderful.
I just thought of another thing that's sort of similar to the Monty thing, the Monty story, which is that another one of my favorite Mondelez to engage with and hang out with, actually, in this case, was Mansari. And I recall in '73, I didn't take my guitar with me, but I instead came up with some songs that were basically old folk songs that, I don't know if people would remember Alan Sherman. I used to listen to his record, My Son the Folk Singer, and there are these classic folk songs, and I put Baba words to them, and got a group to sing together both in Merazad and at Mehrabad. But then well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it must have been my third trip. My second trip, I did bring my guitar, and I sang a song that I had composed I don't know, a couple of months before, which was called Glue. Some of you may have heard me sing that at some point. It was called Glue. And I sang that at the Arties in '79. I was there for like 6 months. No, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And I guess Mansari must have really liked that song, because when I got back in '92, it must have been '90. Yeah, it's like 12 years later or something like that. I walked up to the hill, and there's Mansari, and she looked at the first thing she said when she looked at me. She went, "Glue." Now that's a good memory for somebody who's been around for that long.
Can you sing it now?
Do I sing it now? I guess I could, but do we have time for such a thing?
We have, I realize we have an hour. We have an
All right,
hour.
let's see what happens. I'm always trying to think of ways to keep you by my side. I tried to knot the ropes of love, but they're so hard to keep tight. Hey, sometimes I feel so empty, can't think of anything to do. Wish I was glue, so I would stick to you. I tried building walls around us, but somehow they come between. It's not really hard to please you, but it's too easy to be mean. I run away, but I long to stay. I don't know why I do. I wish I was glue, so I would stick to you. Now there have been trials, troubles and pains, good times, bad times, losses and gains. Still I grin and bear, and when no hope can remain, I still got one wish. I wish I was glue, so I would stick to you. Now the other day, I went looking for a genie in a lamp, one who could fix me up like some kind of a postage stamp. You won't believe this, I found one. He said one which I grant to you. I didn't have to hesitate. I wished I was glue, so I just stood there waiting for the change and a puff of smoke. When I heard the genie say, "Hey, what is this? Some kind of a joke? You wasted your wish, bub. There's nothing for me to do. Haven't you looked at yourself? You're already like glue, so you'll see what the trouble is." And it's, yeah, you see, the trouble is, it's so ironic. Oh God, how's that end go? And it's so ironic too. I already am just like glue, and I keep getting stuck. There you go. I keep getting stuck. I keep getting stuck on things other than you. Sort of like that.
Hey, Ron, I just want to thank you too. This is Gabriella Tal. We used to sing together sometimes. I love
Yes.
it. Never changed. And I've been listening to the whole thing. Unfortunately, couldn't be visual, but I've been listening, clapping, singing along, and
Oh, nice.
crying a little bit too. That's the song, listening, clapping, singing along, and crying a little bit too. That's a chorus right there. And I really appreciate you all these years, just how, I don't know, how honest your music is. I love it. So thank you. And
Well,
beautiful.
I
music.
enjoyed visiting with you the times we were able to do that in the center.
Yeah.
Getting to the center these days is not really happening very much. It's been a long time.
How far is it from Palo Alto to to Mariposa?
Palo Alto to Mariposa, probably about 3 or 4 hours.
3
'Cause
hours,
4 hours.
3 hours,
Because my
3
brother,
hours? Oh,
3.
okay.
my brother's going to be in Palo Alto for the next semester anyways, and maybe I'll visit him and maybe I can I've wanted all these years to get to Mariposa.
That'd
So
be
maybe
wonderful.
maybe I'll be able to visit. That would be so
We have
great.
an extra bedroom too, so you don't need to rent a motel or anything.
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe
We love visitors.
I'll get in touch with you.
Nice.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, that was a great way to end, Ron. I should feel like I should let you go. Relax those hands.
All
Awesome.
right, very
Please
good.
come back.
Thanks
Please
for
come
coming.
back. I have a feeling.
Thank
you. J Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Ron. Lovely. Anybody else? No.
Hey, Marcia.
Okay.
You in Myrtle Beach.
Okay, that'll be good.
Awesome, Ron.
Avatar,
Hey, her
Dear
papa.
Mama.
DJ,
Yay.
Avatar,
Dear Mama.
DJ.
Yay.
Hey,
Avatar. Dear Mama.
DJ.
DJ.
All right, Ron. Say hi to Lisa.
I will.
Thank you, Ron.
I'm going to send you this chat, Ron. People said nice things. All righty. Say bye-bye.